Hey traders, Raghi here. Let's talk about a big report that gets a lot of attention, non-farm payroll. For those of you that are new to trading, this is a great place to start. And for those of you that have been trading a while, you may find it gives you some things to think about. So what is non-farm payroll? Why should we care? And what do we do with it? Let's get to it. So on the first Friday of each and every month at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, the non-farm or NFP, non-farm payroll, gives us a report from the previous month that contains some very important factors, including the number of non-farm payroll jobs created within a certain reporting span the previous month, significant labor market markers such as unemployment rate, average hourly wages, and the average weekly hours worked. So these aid the Federal Reserve and other decision makers on deciding what the monetary policy strategy should be. So what are we going to do with interest rates, right? Huge. So before the report, have a consensus of what traders, investors, and institutions are expecting. And you can do this at Forex Factory. You can do this at Trading Economics. This consensus number is how the non-farm payroll is going to be perceived, responded to as good or bad, a miss or a beat after it's reported. Here's a big thing. Do not guess at whether the number is going to be good or bad, but wait for the reaction after the release of the data. After the release, which is immediate, focus on the broad market indices like the S&P or the NASDAQ. Now, if the price trigger is met, it can be entered as long as it's understood that volatility is going to be very high in the following minutes. Looking at support and resistance based on volume and volatility is going to be one way to identify what an actionable trigger can be. Now remember, since this is an 8:30 a.m. Eastern report, it's released an hour before the Wall Street bell. So what we've talked about applies specifically to futures and Forex trading, right? So while not for the faint of heart, non-farm payroll can be a time that traders can take advantage of volatility for trades. Hope that helps.